Hey everyone, welcome to AJS. Um, so in today's video, we'll talk about predicting the criminal behavior using some of the astrological placements or science, you can call it. All right. By the way, I hope everyone is doing great. All right. So how do we know like this person will be, like inclined towards the criminal behavior? So in this case, there are going to be multiple combinations. All right. So usually we see the peace of mind to the fourth house. All right. So over here, if you have Rahu in the fourth house, aspected by the malefics. As an example, it can be say Saturn, it can be say Mars. So say if you have Mars in the first house, Mars is aspecting your fourth house, all right? And over here, if you have Rahu. Now, again, that's in general I'm saying, but you also need to decide about the sign of the Rahu. And again, like if there are other, as I said, like malefic benefic aspects, then again, like if you have to go one more level, then you will go and take a look into the other is going to be say D10, all right, and then D12, sorry, and then again you will also take a look at D30, and over here you will also take a look at the degree of which how much Rahu is there, all right. So if you have this kind of combinations, as an example, it can be say Rahu in the fourth, Mars in the first, and Saturn in the seventh. So everyone is aspecting the fourth house, right? Mars through the fourth aspect, Saturn through the 10th aspect. So this can be one of the combination. You also then using Gulika, Upagraha Gulika. So Upagraha Gulika in the third house, it usually points to the impulsive thoughts, because third house is what you associate with your confidence. Third house is what you say in Hindi like your parakrama, right? So it leads to your impulsive thoughts, and the same will be affected in your behavior. Now the Lagna Lord, say whatever your Lagna or the first house is, if it is weak and if that is afflicted in the sense if it is aspected by malefics, or if you have malefics over here. The first or house is in debilitated position aspected by malefics. This can be some of the examples, all right? Combination of Sun and Mars. So if you have this combination in not so good houses, right? So then again this placement is aspected by malefics, then this person usually have a tendency towards criminal behavior. Then if you have Gulika also in the ninth house, so this usually has been seen like in some of the cases when um, individuals have Gulika in the ninth house, they tend to be murderer of their parents. So and also can be like murder of their preceptors as well. Next is if an individual is born in the Atiganda Yoga, so that person also becomes um, tempted towards the criminal tendencies, all right. Then if you have say Jupiter, all right, so Jupiter, debilitated Jupiter or the Sun, and they are conjoined by a malefic, and the next condition can be debilitated Jupiter and is aspected by a debilitated planet. So this individual will then commit crimes. Next, position of Saturn and Mars you have to see. So if the Saturn is occupying the first house and Mars is in either of fifth, seventh, or ninth house. So in this case, you see, I mean, like the Mars is now aspecting Saturn over here. All right. Now the placement of the third lord. If the third lord is debilitated in the sixth and aspected by a malefic, then this individual tends to become more aggressive. Sun and moon, if you have in the first house. Now whenever there is sun and moon together, it's called as Amavasya. All right, so Amavasya means it's a new moon day. So at any point of time, if you see in any individual's horoscope, if they have sun and moon together, I can easily predict they are born in and around the Amavasya, because it depends on the timing. I mean the moon's plus or minus to 2.5 days, right? So are these the only things? No, you also have to check about the first house, the third, 11th, and 10th. They are also indicators of the self. Very important houses. Then you also have to take a look at Sun, which shows sun mainly. What is sun? So sun about your soul. What is moon? Moon about your mind. Mercury, what is Mercury? Mercury about your logics, right? So what Rashi they are in, what sign they are in, what's their placement, are they aspected by malefic, are they aspected by benefics, right? So those kind of things. And again then presence of malefics in the second, fourth or 11th. Should it be only from the Lagna Kundali? No, you can also see from the Moon Kundali. If the malefics over here, that individual will be tempted towards the criminal tendencies. All right. Next thing is, if you have to go one level deep, you can also go and check your D12, which you can also call it as Dwadashmanch, and the D30, which is like cyclic Trishmanch. So those things can also be checked, and using this it can be predicted the criminal behavior of that individual. All right, so that's pretty much it for now. If you like this video, friends, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Until then, um, you guys have a great rest of the week, and see you again in the next video.